Hey, what's going on everyone? I am the OPJellicent and we're battling for week number 11 of season number 7 of the WPL, up against Nacho Everyday Trainer and his Detroit Teravolts. He is currently 6-4, we are 8-2. We are actually locked for playoffs, but I still did spend a little bit of time prepping for this game, and the reason for that is, last season I actually finished 8-4, and I want to see if I can go ahead and one-up that record and finish with at least 9-3 this season. That would definitely be very cool. So I did spend a good amount of time on this team, and I guess so next week I'm battling Matt, and we both agreed that we would not take that match too seriously, so I really wanted to go ahead and try at this game right now. So we're going to see if we can go 9-3 right here, and Nacho really needs this win to stay in the playoff race because he's kind of on a losing streak right now. I believe he's lost the last 2 or 3 games in a row, so that'll definitely be interesting to see how that turns out. But looking at the teams right here, he's really weak to my Belly Drum McMortar when I saw it team preview. If I get a Barox, Aerodactyl actually dies to a Mach Punch if he doesn't have any bulk on it, which is definitely very cool. I don't really want to talk about my Deontay set too much because I might end up battling him again in the playoffs, but I will say it is my stealth rocker for this team. Our Cobalion right here is just a Sugar Berry set. Can take a hit from the Diggersby even after a Swords Dance, which is very cool, and knock that out with close combat, assuming he's not Choppleberry. My Tornadus right here is actually Choice Scarf, and I definitely think this can do a lot of work. Basically, it's able to catch Weavile off guard. He might stand and try to Icicle Crash, and I just knock it out with the superpower. We're also carrying Iron Tail because it's able to dent the Sylveon, and if we can chip down the Aerodactyl with the rocks, we can actually knock that out with Iron Tail too. Cofagrigus is going to be my main switch into the what's this thing called? The Diggersby and the Aerodactyl, because both of those are really good against my team. Diggersby, obviously, I can't get rid of the huge power because Earthquake is going to be his primary way of hitting me, and that does not make contact, but it's still a really nice pivot for Diggersby right here. I believe if he's Choice Band Adamant, with the max it does is like 48, so that's very cool. And then Choice Band Zygarde right here, which pretty much destroys this team, aside from the Decidueye, of course. And I am carrying Crunch if I do want to make that prediction. We do even 2-hit KO Alamola, so that's definitely very cool. And let's just go ahead and get right into the game. So I'm going to go ahead and lead off here with my Torn, and I'm just going to hard switch out. I really don't want to reveal that I'm Choice Scarf just for a bit of U-turn chip damage, so I go ahead and just hard switch out here into my Cofagrigus, which is totally cool, as he just goes for the taunt and then switches to Weavile to go ahead and pressure me. I guess he really wasn't expecting a Will-O-Wisp right there, but I actually go ahead and go out here into my Cobalion for 2 reasons, basically. It's one, able to go ahead and cover the Weavile, which is probably what's going to be a switch-in, and I do have a Sugar Berry, so if he wanted to make a prediction right there and go for Earthquake, I would have been able to take the attack regardless, and if he went for Crunch to try to pressure my Cofagrigus, I would have actually gotten a justified boost, so that's very cool right here. Now right here, I was thinking about scouting for like some sort of Z Focus Punch or Z Low Kick, but I really thought I could win this game without Cobalion right here, and I just wanted to go ahead and prioritize making some plays right now. So he goes ahead and reveals the Fighting type move. I just throw up my Rocks, which is really going to help me out because, as I said, I do need chip damage on that Aerodactyl for my Scarf Torn. So here I'm just going to go for the U-turn. I unfortunately do not have a Flying type move because I'm physical, so he's going to go ahead and defog, which is totally cool. I'm going to go ahead and throw these back up, and Spirit Shackle does absolutely nothing because I have a lot of HP investment on this, so I'm going to go ahead and start shipping him down with Iron Head right here, and I do actually get a couple flinches, so this is really unfortunate, but as you guys are going to see, it actually does not end up mattering because he reveals the Roost right here and he breaks through, which is totally cool, so now I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch right now, and bring out my McMortar, and this is pretty much where we can get it started. I know for a fact he's either going to stay in and take the attack and try to defog, or he's just going to go ahead and switch out, so I go ahead and go for the Belly Drum right here, as he does go right for the defog, and this puts me in a great spot to just go ahead and Flame Charge. So coming up right here, he actually makes some interesting decisions. I guess he really thought that I would have an attack to knock out the Aerodactyl with on my McMortar, but I actually don't. The best thing I can hit it with that +1 is a Mach Punch because I won't outspeed, depending on how much investment he has. So I guess he really should have gone to Aerodactyl first, but he's going to go out into Alamola right here. And this is actually a spit-off Alamola, as you guys are going to see, because Return is going to come off and do 99%, so I actually had a chance to knock him out. But thankfully, he gets a real low roll on the Liquidation, too, so Burn doesn't matter because I would have knocked him out here with a Flame Charge anyway. And now I guaranteed outspeed Aerodactyl. I still don't have a way to knock out Aerodactyl, but once again, he's not going to go out into it. He goes Sylveon right here, and I get the kill on that, too, which is huge, so he's finally going to go Aerodactyl right here, which is what he should have done in the first place. I won't be able to knock this out, and he's going to go ahead and knock me out with an Earthquake. But at this point, I'm really far ahead in the game, but it's really not over yet. Like, Weavile plus setup Diggersby can really be a problem. So here I reveal my Scarf, go right for the superpower since he had nothing to respond. And now I'm pretty much just I'm expecting this to be a setup variant based on the fact that he's preserved it all game. He's probably going to go ahead and try to sweep with that right now. I can outspeed this thing after an agility with my Scarf Tornadus, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch out here into my Cobalion, and the reason for that is I can take a quick attack, and if he has Choppleberry, I do want to burn that for my Tornadus is superpowered, so I'm going to go ahead and hit him up with the close combat as we burn the Choppleberry, and now pretty much if he can't set up again, because I'll obviously knock him out, I reveal my Sugar Berry, and I can go ahead and Torn right here, but I actually decided to go Cofagrigus first, not really for any particular reason. I just wanted to go ahead and make sure that he couldn't crit me with Quick Attack, because that could actually be a win condition for him, and now I'm just going to go ahead and claim the kills right now with my Zygarde, so Return couldn't knock me out. I guess if he had Ice Punch that could have been bad, but thankfully he didn't, and I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake, which I am teching this week alongside Thousand Arrows, but he's going to go ahead and knock me out with Icicle Crash, so he actually managed to get it pretty close after the whole McMortar beatdown thing. He managed to knock out 4 other Pokemon, so that's definitely very good for him in terms of differential, but we go ahead and pick up the win, and that's going to move us up to 9-2 going into week number 12 right now, so that's definitely very cool. We've secured a better record than last season, which is definitely what I was aiming for, basically. We finished 8-4. Our worst record possible for this season right now is 9-3, so that's definitely very cool. Good luck to Nacho, of course, moving forward in the season. There's 1 week left, and definitely it'll be cool to see if we battle him in playoffs, of course. But as I said, one last match against a Matt next week, and neither of us are taking it seriously, of course, so that'll definitely be a fun time. And I'll see you all then. Later.